It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
I want to hear a story so goddamn juicy that I have to mute my TV when I'm listening to it. That's what I want to hear. Like, I really don't want any more history lessons on black.
Hey friends, so let me welcome you to a little series I want to start called Stories I Can Tell Now That They're Old. Okay, so I'm going to tell y'all the story about how I found out that my ex-husband had a girlfriend. But it was like, he was my husband when I found out. He's my ex-husband now. Anyway, okay. All right, so this is back during the pandemic, okay? April 2020. So this man had been gone all day and all night, like constantly. Like, if you know, during the pandemic in Los Angeles, it wasn't open. LA like was not open. It was not like you can go out, be out, do stuff. There was literally nothing to do. And when I say he would be gone all the time, like, yeah, he had a job. He had 2 jobs. And outside of that, he would still be gone. And it's like, bro, where are you going? It's 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night. Why are you not coming home? So obviously 1 + 1 = 2. Like, all right, you doing something. So one day he came home, he got really, really lit and went to sleep. And what my man say, I got in that phone. Okay, like, check that phone. I opened up the phone, see, boom, all the messages there. I mean, the man didn't even think about deleting it, okay? I was saying every day, I love you, I miss you, pictures being sent between the two. If you know, you know. And the craziest thing is the girl who he was dealing with actually met her. Like, this man introduced me to this girl as someone who he was working with in like the music industry. So about this girl, y'all, keep it on low. So apparently she was working for Diddy with Revolt, and they met at a gas station because she had on like a Revolt shirt, and my ex was into music, and so they ended up talking. And you know, apparently it started off friendly, but one thing led to another. According to him, he said like he knew that like she was feeling him, and so he kind of used that to try to help him in his coming up. All right, anyway, fast forward back to when I find the messages. So I'm reading all these messages, reading this man tell this girl, I love you, good night, or I'll talk to you later. I was like, okay. I'm not gonna lie, in my soul, I was like, I gotta get this man. Like, he got to go. Okay, so I'm gonna tell y'all how he introduced me to the girl. So earlier in January 2020, he had a show where they was doing like a music showcase. And so I was there. He had one of his friends who was also like a producer there. And like we were standing kind of like in a circle talking or whatever, and all of a sudden he like walks off. He was like, oh, I'm gonna be right back, I gotta go get somebody. So he goes and he comes back with this girl, and he's like, oh, so and so, this is my wife Brooklyn, this is so and so, she's my manager. Now he had already told me like he was working with this girl of like, oh, she got connections and Revolt and she could get him played, whatever. So it wasn't like my first time ever hearing about her, but it was my first time actually meeting her. But like when he introduced me to her, he was like shaking, like, this is my wife Brooklyn, and this is so and so. And like I peeped immediately, like, all right, like something inappropriate is happening. Like I didn't say nothing, I just peeped, right? So he goes off. It's his time to perform or whatever, and obviously I was there, being a supportive wife, recording him, rooting for him, whatever, singing the songs, other things. And then like out of nowhere, the girl just like disappears, and like she goes to the bathroom, and like the way the event was set up, it was just like a large space, and then like a bar area on one side, and literally on the opposite side, it was like the restrooms. And so like you could clearly see people go in and out like nothing. And like she was just in the bathroom for a really, really, really long time. And so then like when she came out the bathroom, she never came back over. She kind of just like stood separate against the wall. Now mind you, again, this is the year COVID started, and like people were sick even before like COVID was like a thing. So she was like, yeah, I just she kind of stood off to the side. She was like coughing like a whole lot. And she was like, yeah, I just, when I say she came out the bathroom looking like a wreck, like I don't know what happened in that bathroom, but she looked like she just like terrible, like sweating, like her hair was down, and then all of a sudden it was like in a ponytail. And she was just like, yeah, I'm really not feeling good. But she waited, right? She watched perform or whatever. And again, the whole time I'm not really saying much of nothing, just peeping. So we're leaving or whatever, and we're exiting, and she's still like is not really talking much. But like, now that I think about it, she sure did wait to support her man. I'm sorry. I can laugh now because I don't care. But so yeah, we were leaving. We like walked to the car. He was like, "Oh, I need to tell her something really quick. Let me be right back." So I get in the driver's seat, pull up, like, because all this time you ain't had nothing to say, and all of a sudden you got so much to talk about. Okay. Anyway, so he and I, we leave, we go home, and I noticed, like, he was just kind of, like, fidgety. Like, he was like, oh, I don't know, I might go to the studio, or it was like he was trying to make plans, but, like, didn't really have nowhere to go. So, again, the whole time, I didn't say nothing about the situation. So now fast forward back to when, like, it's the day I find out or whatever, reading the messages, and I'm just kind of like really contemplating, like, I should really take this man out of his misery. He gotta go. You know, like, you're not about to play with me. I ain't no fool, baby. And then I thought about this, like, I don't think I could get away with it. And then I just imagine the fact that I have to spend, even the thought of being arrested, I realized I actually didn't care that much. So I was like, I tapped that man on the shoulder. I said, hey, wake up. He was like, what? This is like 3 o'clock in the morning. I was like, hey, wake up. I have a question to ask you. He was like, what? I was like, would you like to go live with so-and-so? He was like, what? I said, would you like to go live and be with so-and-so? He was like, why would you ask me that? And I was like, I don't know. Why do you think I would wake you up at 3 o'clock in the morning and ask you if you want to go be with another woman? He was like, what? Oh my God. No. You went through my phone. Oh my God. No. Please. I'm so sorry. Please, I'm so sorry. I was just like, first of all, he was so wasted. He was so wasted. He could not even give the situation the energy because he was gone. He was like, please, no, I'm so sorry, please, no. Can we please just do it? I can't even deal with this right now. I'm sorry. I promise I'm sorry. No, I don't want to be with her. I promise you I don't want to be with her. I swear to God, I've been trying to, like, get away from the situation for, like, the last couple of weeks. It's just like, right? He was like, please, can we please just go to bed? Please, right? So I was like, all right, obviously, I couldn't go to sleep. I don't know. And then I had to get up early because I had this delivery to do early in the morning. Okay, so I tell him, like, all right, like, I want to talk to you and her. He was like, no, please, 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 please just let me handle it. I promise I'm not trying to be with her. I've been trying to get away from her. I've been like trying to change the energy of the relationship. I swear to you, the only reason why I even entertained it is because I felt like she could help me in the industry, but please, because like she told me like she gonna blackball me, like she told me like she got the power to blackball me, and she know all these people, she friends with all these people that's in the industry, and if I make her look crazy, like she's gonna make sure I never get on. And I was like, I don't care, like I want to know what are y'all like what's the conversation. So he was like, okay, I promise, like please just let me handle it, like I'm so sorry, I promise you I'm not trying to deal with this girl. All right. The only reason why I even kind of let off is because I did see in their text messages. I know my ex and I know how he operates. And I know that he starts problems when he's trying to get away. So, just side note, ladies, if a man just randomly starts an issue with you, he's on some BS. So, he was starting issues with her just to try to pull away from that situation. Regardless, it doesn't matter because it's crazy. And this is where I don't respect like side chicks, right? So initially, I did not take the whole approach of me saying something to her. I asked him, he was like, no, he told me that he told her that we live together, but we're not together. And here's the thing about that. People want to be so quick to be like, oh, well, I'm not the one that took the vows. Like, that's between you and your spouse or whatever. No, you're also charged when you know something. My social media has never been like private or anything. So if that girl wanted to know the truth, she could have asked me. If when we was out and about at the event, she could have easily said like, hey, so like, you know, like how is it? Even if she didn't want to be like really messy, she could have been like, so how is it like with you guys? You know, not really being. She could have said anything if she wanted to know the truth. But the thing is, she wanted to be in his face so bad, she was willing to accept anything that he told her because it was very obvious that we were together. Like I was 100% wearing my ring. He introduced me to you as his wife. So even if somebody is telling you like one thing, you gotta really use your brain because these people, it's not even just the men. People are garbage. People lie. People manipulate.
Facts.
People do whatever they gotta do to put themselves first, and however that works for them, right? So me and him are going back and forth about having a conversation with the girl, and he. So, basically, after that, like nothing ever happens. Like I never talked to the girl. She never got on the phone for us to have a conversation. They just stopped dealing like completely with even in business. They just completely stopped dealing with each other. Me and him were not really on good terms, but there was so much life going on around us in 2020. Like that wasn't like the only thing happening. Like one of my cousins passed away shortly after that, and that was like a big deal. Me and my mom, we were running a business, and it was really, really, really busy. So there were so many things going on that nothing significant happened in those following months besides us just trying to figure out if we would stay together, because I was kind of like over it. I was really just like, it just really, really rubbed me wrong because it was like, bruh, you know, you can't. I just wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling it before that, and then that happened, and it was just like, all right, we should wrap this up. But I stayed. Nonetheless. You know, I kind of talked to some of my family members, my mom, and it was like, well, you know, whatever you want to do, we'll support you. But you know, you did vow or whatever, so if you wanted to work it out, like, it's okay. So we decided to stay together. And then fast forward, so that was, I want to say July 2020, we kind of like officially decided like, okay, we would do what we need to do to move forward and, you know, remain together. So fast forward to December 2021, this girl likes one of his photos on Instagram. And he came to me, he was like, hey, I just want to tell you something. Like, I don't know why. I didn't even know that she still followed me or we were friends or anything. But I just want you to know that she liked one of my posts. And that set me off. And I'm going to tell y'all, I'm not very proud of my next steps, but it is what it is. So what happened was what I had did was I went to her page. I recreated a page that was pretty much identical to hers. Went, added all her friends, or like a lot of the friends that was in her friends list, or a lot of the people that she was following. I put in the bio, like, basically I called her like an adulterous whore or something like that. And I added her photos, and in one of the posts, I think it was her and her husband, I basically put on the caption, like, you need to keep your bitch on the leash, because why's your dog over here barking? Yeah, and so eventually I got like that page got a DM. I think it was like her friend, or was it? Yeah, I think it was her friend had DM'd the page first. It was like, who is this? Like, you need to take this down or something. And I told that person exactly who I was. And I was like, if you are friends with whoever this girl is, you need to tell her to stay on her side of the fence. And not like going in so hard, but like definitely, matter of fact, like who I am, why I did what I did, why I'm doing what I'm doing, and to make sure that she gets this message very clearly that this is not acceptable. And all of this came because she went back and was liking his post. This is like almost 2 years later. Like, the girl was already remarried, or not remarried, but the girl was married with somebody having your whole life. Like, why are you over here instigating anything? Like, you know that you were a part of a affair. Like, you know that. So why would you now, as a married woman, why would you even add extra fuel to the fire? Like, you don't know what's going on over here. You don't know if we're making it together or if we're figuring it out, or what kind of problems you cause. So for you to go and be extra disrespectful and be liking posts and just trying to make your presence known, for me, I had a problem with that. So she was too scary to actually have a conversation with me the first time. And so this was like, okay, so since you want attention, here's your attention. I think I probably got screenshots of the DMs. I'm about to go look. So yeah, I just looked in my old photos and I got screenshots. Again, not proud. It's very interesting because when my family and friends see this, I quite literally think, I don't know if I told anybody that this happened. So, yeah, anyway.
She said, this is her friend. Who is this? She said, hello, I'm not sure how well you know Ho L, but this girl was messing around with my husband knowing that he was married. When I learned about the things that were going on, I sent her a message simply to asking to have a conversation with her. Understand that she did not want to do that, so she completely ignored any and all attempts of communication. I let it go. My husband and I worked on our relationship. Meanwhile, she continued to like his posts on social media and would even text him. She's now married and my husband does not follow her, but she still likes his posts. I understand I can't control what people do on social media, but anyone with self-respect or respect for someone else would not think it's okay to have any connection. From what I know about her is she comes from a married household, so there is no excuse for this bad behavior, and it will not be tolerated. This page will come down, but she will know that the line has been drawn. And says, okay, thanks. This is her husband. Who are you and why are you doing this? I'm not here to blow up anyone's life. She knows what she did. I specifically asked her to stay away from my husband and my family. She chose to continue to reach out in one way or another. She's not been she's not being woman enough to just accept her wrongdoing and move on. I have proof of messages and photos of her inappropriate relationship with my husband. And my husband knows you. If this is really Jacquees, he said, yes, who is this? Who is your husband? My husband is, he knows me. What proof do you have? Was this recent? Yes, it does. Yes, he does. The initial affair is not recent, but she keeps liking his posts. That is a recent as of 2 days ago. If it bothers you, if it bothers us that she would have even this is acceptable to keep liking status of a man who had an affair with. She very much knew he was married. She met me and was still effing. What to do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. Today we back with another lit video. Back in the confessional, and yes, we staying lit, big dog. Shout out to my everyday people who rock me every day. Shout out to my player partner, Lucky Wizard. It keeps it lit. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to this video. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Hit the link down below. We got HiveMindLab.com, HiveMindLab.com. Okay, discount code everydaypj to check out. Now let's get into it. Well, not surprised. This video ended like every other video where a man is cheating. Well, how'd he get caught, Bob? Let me give $500 for his cell phone. Anyway, yo, man, he was getting his cake and eating it too, but he might have been trying to do something. But you don't sleep with the help when you're trying to get somewhere, like, and cheat on your wife, man. Fellas, we gotta do better. Because it seems that we making commitments to these women and we not upholding them. So by cheating on her, doesn't matter what she's going through. If you think she's getting fat, she's pregnant, she's lazy, she's nerve-wracking, all that. You can still be good to that woman or just leave her. We not taking care of home first. We entertaining all these women on social media. We letting women entertain us. You know, it's just a back and forth cycle of men cheating all the time. Now, women have their dirt. They don't get caught. And they do a slippery sliming. But in this case, men, again, once takes a L. But shout out to all the faithful men out there that want to be faithful, that's working on themselves, that's building their character, that's doing the work to make themselves better for a woman. Shout out to y'all. Because, man, we got to stop these story times. I mean, I want to keep the story times, but true men, it's time to step up. When you get to a certain age, you should be stepped out of the bull crap. But they not. Even old men is getting kids, women pregnant out here. Old men. And guess what? These men wait till they're 70 years old to be put on child support. Because they can't keep that thing in their pants. They just knocking up any damn thing. Ma'am, I'm glad you left that situation because it did nothing for you. It's actually painful to see a beautiful woman be used and abused. Over here looking like Raven Simone. Shout out to XOXO Brooklyn, Cali for NIA, California. All right. But yeah. Oh, there's not much I can say because, I mean, he got busted. Ladies, all y'all say, it was my intuition that I went through the phone. I don't believe that. I don't believe that one bit. Y'all just nosy. Y'all see some red flags and y'all be like, I gotta check his phone. It could be nothing in that phone. You gonna still smack them to wake them up. You been deleting messages. Anyway, everyday people, let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna holler at you later. Peace.
Everyday people.
Day and night. For some women, it can start working in as fast as 1 week.